Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy NXTGEN720, and I'm back with a couple of my broadband bully brothers. Back with another video. You know what I mean? Let me mute myself in the back. Hold up, mute myself. I'm over here. Got so many damn window. We got so many windows open. Here we go. Bam, mute that right there. There we go. So anyway, back with another video. How should I say this, right? Now again, I don't want to, Mr. Gabi, what's going on, baby? Let me start off by saying, look, I'm shaking my hand. I'm scared. I'm nervous, man. You know what I mean? I did listen. Those by know, you guys know. Like I said, you guys come and hit the like button. We ain't gonna be here too long. I got my two brothers, but they're gonna talk about how they feel with this whole Phil Spencer situation. They may feel different than I do. I don't know. We're gonna talk about it. But anyway, I did a video the other day, about Horizon Zero Dawn. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, said it showed 7 point. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Shout out to all you guys. You know what I mean? That it sold 7.6 million copies. And I said that it outsold, which it did outsell Gears. And the last number we got from Halo was 5 million, whatever the case. But the video wasn't about sales. The video was about basically what I was saying in the video, and I don't know how it went over so many people's head, and maybe they just went by the title of the video. But brother JR, what's going on, baby? That they didn't actually listen to the video, and I'm gonna say this again. This is the disclaimer, right? Then we're gonna get into the death threats I didn't receive. Literally, we're gonna have some fun with this tonight, right? That each generation, in my surmise that this is the truth. For the OG Xbox, Microsoft gave us Halo, right? Huge. You can't deny that. For the 360, we got Gears. This generation started in 2013. It is now 2018. We have yet to get that next franchise. You understand what I'm saying? We still riding the coattails of Gears, Force, and Halo, which is cool. Guys, I love Gears. Gears is my religion. I pray to Gears every night. It is what it is, right? We're here with Sony. Now, this is where it gets tricky, right? Sony delivered Horizon Zero Dawn. See, a lot of the Xbox guys that say, well, it's boring. I didn't really care for myself, but we can't deny the fact that it was huge for them and their fan base. Look where I'm going with this, right? And with Nintendo, I don't really care about Nintendo. One of the games was Splatoons. That was new this generation, and it was huge for them and their fan base. We have yet to do that, right? And I was saying that Microsoft, in my opinion, have kind of lost their identity, and they forget what their core is and what we want. The fact that they're making games like, and I'm not knocking those that like it, but Super Lucky Tales, they doubling down on that with DLC and all types of stuff. And then you got Shannon Loftus saying that Recoil is on the level of a Gears and a Halo. They don't know what we want. That is not your core. And I said this before. I said that Microsoft does not know what their core want anymore. The fact that they put all their chips in the basket to go and play anywhere. Your core doesn't care about that. I'm what you call a die-hard Xbox guy, right? How you say bleed green. I've used that thing one time, and I don't like playing games on PC. I don't. I'd rather sit down and play it on my controller. I don't want to launch games from my desktop. I don't like it. Now, it's also kind of bucky, in my honest opinion. It's not my thing, right? And I said even by them putting Gears on PC, Windows 10 or whatever you want to call it didn't help the sales of that game. I play that game every day, literally. You know what I mean? And I have ran across a few people, but not many. They didn't buy the game. They really didn't go out there and support either Horizons. No, I'm sorry, Forza and Horizons. That didn't give them an extra million in sales. Okay, you see where I'm going with this, right? Then you got the higher ups, right? They're out there, and I don't have a problem. Like I said, if it was reciprocated, like what he just had the thing at DICE. Was it DICE? What was it? CDC? What was it? Phil?
You talking about just read? Yeah, it was DICE.
Okay. Talking about the console war and praising Sony and this. What the hell is what are we doing out here? You know what I mean? And say what you want about Donnie D, right? And this was the guy threatening to break my jaw, right? And he's back at it's another one. It's like 3 of them now, right? But anyway, say what you want about Donnie D, right? He was a smug businessman. You know what I mean? I remember when Donnie D was being was being interviewed by I believe it was the people from GameSpot or IGM. So I forgot, what's the guy name? That does the video game awards. Jeff Keighley or whatever. And he was like, yeah, what about Sony? Sony's bringing, I think Sony that year may have had The Last of Us or something else, right? And that's the year that Microsoft was at with all that Kinect stuff. And he was like, man, they ain't got no Gears of War. You know what I mean? They ain't got nothing that sells like Gears. He was like, Halo 3 outsold all their exclusives combined for 2000. You know what I mean? That small, cocky, we don't have that anymore, right? Hear me out. And I also said in the video, I said, if Phil's legacy or dynasty or whatever you want to call it was to end today, right? And he go off to run another company or retire, right? What does he have to credit to his name, right? Under his regime, hear me out, right? And again, this is all that I was saying in the video. I wasn't even bashing Microsoft. This is crazy, but I'm gonna come to that in a minute, right? I said it from Phil. We got Recore, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe he didn't even remember. I think it's Recore. Voodoo Vince, Phantom Dust with the original assets, Zoo Tycoon, Disney Rush, Halo Wars 2, right? You can't even contribute Phil the X because the X was green-lighted by Donnie D, which I told you guys back in 2012, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's a fact, because back then when I was out there really fighting this console war, I understand how Microsoft could spend $1.3 billion and come away with the weaker hardware. I didn't understand it. But now, later on I found out, which I guess I know some people that would know some people, it was explained to me that that 1.3 billion or whatever covered multiple SoCs, sockets on a chip, right? Hear me out. So that was greenlighted in 2012. So you can't even get Phil about the. So a lot of people saying, well, Phil had to cover the power thing, not get with the games. No. These, I'm tell you something. These are billion-dollar companies. This is how it works. Real talk. $1 billion. Shout out to Ripper Class. Thank you for the $2 in the super chat. These are billion-dollar companies, right? Things are not done by chance. That wasn't that. They don't just go out there and make knee-jerk reactions. Oh, Sony came out with the Pro. No. Those things already been in the works. Once one console comes out, they automatically starts to work on another goddamn console. That's the way that it is, right? They say, you know what? We're gonna look and see how Apple does with this whole cell phone thing model every year. We're gonna try to do the same thing with the console. But hear me out, right? And I'm not to get too long with it. I just want to explain this to you guys, all right? And all right, so I was saying, what has Phil done to make you guys sing his praise, right? You know what I mean? Well, you know what, Phil? Because again, he took over since 2014. April or end of March 2014, Phil was handed the keys and the crown to the castle. It's now 2018. 4 years. 4 years. 2017, my God, was the worst year as far as game-wise as being an Xbox fan. The worst. If it was not for us getting the X, my God. Woo! Cool. That's all that I basically said in that video, right? So, those that know me, I got a sense of humor. I like to joke. I like to play. I'm Jackie the Joke Man, right? So someone, I'm not a snitch, right? But if you know what I mean, but someone that I know within the community, right? Well, I thought I knew him. He was talking shit to me in my DMs. Talking reckless. He threatened to break my jaw and to render me unconscious in front of my wife and child. True story, right?
Wow.
But then he turns around and blocked me. So I'm, me, I like to joke and play. Did that, wop. Cool, right? So I went back and forth with a few people on Twitter. Just respectfully, we all can agree to disagree. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm gonna say this again. I'm from the mindset: if you want your preferred company to do better, you have to be honest. Sony came out. Well, do you like this game or not? It's a walking simulator. Fine, it's cool. It's just going to be huge for their fan base. We can all agree that Lucky tells the deal that's not going to be huge for us, right? So Sony come out there and announce Detroit 2 Human release date May 25th. Microsoft countered that with some Lucky Tales DLC and a goddamn controller. That's what prompted that video, right? Listen, this is not no spinning. This is just ain't me being embellishing or throwing something or be theatrics. This is the truth. This was their reaction, right? Oh, so then, all right. So I said that, right? So I did the video, and also, like I said, the direction that they're going in, like even the art style for our games, they're very kiddie right now. You know what I mean? Even maybe, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, maybe Sea of Thieves might have, and I Sea of Thieves may be huge though, but may have went over a little better if it, what's the Ubisoft has a game coming out with some ships, but it has more realistic looking graphics. You know what I mean? More mature, and that's the type of games that I like. You know what I mean? That's not my thing. Those, you know, that's and it also was brought to me that they had turned down the game Hellblade. You know what I mean? They didn't. This is the second time they didn't want to deal with the game dealing with mental issues with schizophrenia. It was a little too raunchy for them. And the same thing they said too with the game Heavenly Rain. They didn't want to deal with a game dealing with child abduction. This is a true story, right? So I'm getting wondering, what is Microsoft trying to do? What are they going after this Nintendo space here? Like I don't understand it. Even the game, like I said, let's look at the art style. Whether you like Sony, I mean, whether you like their games or not, those games look amazing graphically, man. They do. We've had 2 mature-looking titles this generation that were exclusive. Quantum Break, you can probably give it that, and Sunrise in the Room, right? Everything else has been, and I love Sunset Overdrive. I love it to death. Everything else has been, you know, Nickelodeon-ish, you know what I mean? Especially now, you know what I mean? So I was having a decent conversation with you, but the guy came back again today with him and some other people. They're gonna what do you call it? DDoS me. They're gonna when I live stream, they're gonna swap me. Like, this shit is crazy.
Wow.
Like, this, listen, I can't make this up here. Like, this is sheer lunacy. Not that I'm afraid, because I can come on, man. I'm a different type of animal. Trust me. I'm a different type of animal. Forget what you see here on this camera. Next gen with the shits. Trust me. Believe what I say. I'm with the shits, though. But you know, I just think it's crazy as hell. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna shut the hell up, bunch of guys. I can see. I'm gonna say this again, right? I can see if I was one of these YouTubers that claim to be neutral, right? And it's always been very critical of Microsoft, right? I can see that. You know what I mean? Didn't have. But hey, you know what I mean? Like I said, some of the things you guys like, you know what's coming from for me. I'm a true Xbox guy. You know what I mean? Most of you guys never played with a Duke controller. You don't know about that white and that black button. Shit, I was a goddamn beta tester for Xbox Live. It's just a fact.
Absolutely.
I've been here since day one. You know what I mean? And the games and things they're doing now, that's not the Microsoft. And I said this before, right? And they went over a lot of way. I said I had more faith in Microsoft back in 2002 and 3 and stuff when they were getting their teeth kicked in by Sony, getting outsold 5-1 than I do now. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell is going on here. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? But Moss, like I said, if you had your own, maybe you might think I'm overreacting, or you know, what are your thoughts?
Man, this is serious, man. I want to send you some pepper spray or something. Maybe send you a little crowbar or something. Look, here's the deal, man. While Sony and them, even though they had some news with the executives getting let go, but while they're sitting there letting you peer into the future, letting you know what's coming, our guy is trying to run for the ambassador of UNICEF, giving speeches.
Oh, shit.
Coffee shop Phil, man. Look, let me explain something to you. I'm going to let Nethos interject too, but all I want to say is we're not sitting there just spitting hyperbole. When you're trying to do a turnaround like Microsoft is trying to do, they're trying to let you know that, hey, the games are coming because we know we're deficient in a specific area. Or whether you're deficient or not, whenever you're the CEO of a company, all right, whenever you're in front of a camera, it is your job to put your company in the best light. Now is not the time to prove that you want to give fresh water to the kids in Darfur. No, now is the time for you to show us that you can get your ass in the studios and roll out some games for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand what the priority. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pass it to Nethos in a little bit, but I can just imagine Phil sitting there with Satya, maybe, you know, somebody else from Microsoft, and they're sitting there with their legs crossed with their Seattle's best at their table. You know what I'm saying? And someone comes up to them like, yo, we got a spec meeting for the new Fable, man. Come on, you know, you come and Phil. And he's like, no, we talking about giving peanut butter jelly sandwiches to the kids in Jamaica. No, get out of here. I'm like, where is your priorities here? And you can't be mad at us for bringing things to light. Like what Z said yesterday, where the dude want to crack your jaw or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are things that was said by Game Informer to Shannon Loftus. So why is it okay for them to point it out, but all of a sudden they want to threaten you in your homeland for you pointing it out? That's what I'm trying to say.
That motherfucker told me to mind my place, coon. I said, God damn. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all we're trying to say is that I understand where Phil's coming from as far as him wanting to expand the Xbox brand. But there's a difference between expanding and replacing. And like what you said yesterday, Z, they're replacing some core elements. They're trying to get rid of the things that brought us to the Xbox system altogether, which I know brought me to the system in particular. When man brought Z, and I don't know about what brought Nethos. And they're trying to replace it with this. Let's connect with everywhere. Let's have kumbaya with everybody. Let me make Uncharted and Last of Us look better than anything we've ever produced out of any of our studios.
Yep.
And that's ridiculous. I'm going to pass it to Nethos. I don't understand what the rage is about you saying that, because it's so transparent. But I'm gonna pass that to Nethos.
Yeah, I want to dive into this. So I see that Z over here is being ousted by the Xbox community.
Yes.
He's being thrown out like day old trash.
Yeah.
I'll say this about it. Z, you've been in these gaming streets for a while. As you said, you're the first man of color to die for this goddamn console war.
Yes.
So I remember back in the day, you started the BGST podcast, one of my favorite podcasts that interested me to this whole community. And that podcast, what was unique about it was there to call out the bullshit. It was there back in the beginning of the generation when Sony wasn't doing the best, but they're running with it's for the players, PS4 for the players. They threw out indie after indie, and Microsoft was actually the one giving you those games,
For sure.
changing up their policies, doing good for the gamers.
For
So
sure.
in your guys' perspective, it's really Microsoft for the gamers. But you know what? The media wasn't seeing that, and gamers were being fooled. So you guys stood against that, and you called out the bullshit. But right now, it's a little spooky because Microsoft isn't really delivering on those games.
Yeah.
Sony's delivering them left and right. We're relying on indies like Super Lucky's Tale, getting Phantom Dust back into original assets, getting Turok, which is releasing in like a week or two, in its original assets. I don't know why you guys are excited for that. It's going to be trash. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Into original assets. So now that Microsoft's slipping, you guys are wanting to hear defend them. Didn't you used to call out ponies for saying they were mindless? They were cheap for buying the PS4 and defending it and not calling out the console.
Yeah.
What are you right now? You're ousting the guy who's calling out the bullshit.
Yeah.
You guys are being hypocrites.
You know what's crazy, right? I had this delusion, right? And then when I coined the whole term Sony pony, I just always thought that Sony fans would take whatever Sony threw at them, and and that be that. I mean, I just thought I held Xbox guys to a high. I mean, if you're a fan, we all fanboy. Ain't nothing. Listen, we all biased. Everyone has their favorite, even their goddamn favorite child. It is what it is, right? I just thought Xbox guys had to be a little bit more honest. But I've come to learn, like I said, a fanboy's a fanboy. No matter what, terms and certainly it doesn't matter what platform. You know what I mean? Because ain't no way in hell. Be honest with you, there's no way in hell that we can sit back. We're just being honest. We don't call it goddamn spade a spade here, right? What's State of Decay 2, right? And which I'm really looking forward to, right? State of Decay 2 supposed to come out this year, right? We've seen more from a game, from what's that Kojima game that comes out maybe 2025 than we did State of Decay 2. We don't know shit about the goddamn game.
Absolutely.
It's a problem. I mean, just being real, and like I said, I am looking forward to that game. What's Sea of Thieves comes out when in about a few days, about a month, or not a month to start, about 3 weeks it comes out. And probably kudos for those that are looking forward to that game. I have yet to play it. It may get me like what's that? Players Unknown Battleground. Wasn't really interested into it until I actually played it. Then I got it. And maybe Sea of Thieves may be that same thing for me. But all I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, right? What they're hedging their bets on, and which I don't know, like games like Super Lucky Tales, and this is why I have an issue with, right? The fact that they can still go back and find money to support a game like that, right? But when you have Insomniac said, "Hey, we're willing to do a Sunset Overdrive 2."
Absolutely.
We're waiting on Microsoft. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Garrett just pointed out to me yesterday, but that Crytek was basically looking for donations to keep it doing. Microsoft could have bought them, and we could have had our fucking Rise. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Rise get a lot of crap, but I understand it first was a Kinect game. and I believe that it'd have been much better if it had not been a launch game. And it got a little repetitive because you used to you went through the whole game with just the same weapon, shield and sword. Maybe they got a little magic, a little fire, a little chain or something. Been a little better, right? But it is what it is. So I believe, like I said, Rise 2 would have been much better, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know whose decision it was. Like, they're basically been acquired for pennies on a dollar. We all know that the Crytek engine is a very, very, very graphically, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like I said, the fact, like I said, they would invest in Super Lucky Tales too, and even games like Disney Rush and Zoo like that. Who was that for? But not just, what's what they do? They told me they gotta have things for everybody, but the motherfucker was Xbox enhanced. Who the fuck is buying like what are we doing here? And you give me and listen, but just to kill it though, but you give me Phantom Dust with the original assets. That's the crazy part. You understand what I'm saying? What I mean by what they lost their identity. Check it out, right? No. And even going back to E3, Microsoft had the sizzle reel, about 40 some odd goddamn games. I can't name you not one of them, but cool, right? Said to me, next gen, wait till Gamescom. Gamescom came there, my God, Now, the only Gamescom, Microsoft give you at least one brand new exclusive. They've been doing that since I've been doing it here, you know what I mean? They introduced a new game. Gamescom was dope. They had a better showing for a PC exclusive, Age of Empire, than they did actually showcasing their own goddamn hardware and platform. Like, this is bananas. Motherfucking Digital Foundry did a better job at showcasing. That's when all the hype built around it when it came out. And you think like, yo, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know whose job it is. Like, I don't know if that's Aaron's. Aaron, my man. That's Ace Boone Cool. I don't know whose job it is. Like I said, listen, you was crazy. I've been saying this shit forever. Like, I'm marketing this dogs. I know one time, shout out to crap, this piece of shit ass, arguing me down about PTC, Xbox. Like, where? Well, I don't see no, what I mean? I remember I would see the 360 everywhere. You know what I mean? It's not like that anymore. You know what I mean? I understand that he, like I said, be the behemoth you are. That's why I came with this because they're just out there getting out hustled and out work. I don't understand how you go from the 360 to what you are right now. Like, I really don't understand that, man. You know what I mean?
Well, there was articles out that said that Microsoft was like dead last in marketing for the last few months. You know what I'm saying? During the holiday season, for crying out loud. You know what I'm saying? So you just would have plugged a little bit more money in there in your $500 billion crest. You could have won both MPDs. You could have had some good mind speak, you know what I'm saying, for the community out there to turn things around even more. But here's what I want to add. I'm gonna let you finish. I get what you're saying, but think about it like this. They're not fucking up. This is what they want to do. They're giving up on the hardcore shit. Phil said himself on the DICE stage that his thing was that the thing that got him to gaming was his dad brought him the computer and they was doing the programming and all the other stuff. And it was a feeling, gaming was a feeling of the heart. Then he said, then in that conference with him and Seamus Blackley, I think it was, and Peter Moore. They was talking badass, you know what I'm saying? You could imagine some Guns N' Roses playing in the background when them motherfuckers was talking. Here comes Phil. What's your favorite game, Phil? Voodoo Vince. I played it with my daughters.
Yeah, man.
This mug ain't got no grit, man. So this is what him and Satya, they don't have that grit and they're trying to purge it.
Man.
That's the way you gotta look at it, man. It's dangerous, like you said, it's dangerous.
Damn. Yeah, motherfucker. Yo, Jesus, Voodoo Vince. And again, and I bought that dog shit for the Xbox, you know what I mean? But that ain't the answer's way. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying with their core. I'm not knocking those that may like Voodoo Vince. But listen, I take you guys back again. Maybe I might be showing my age here, but with the original Xbox, believe it or not, that was looked at as the hardcore machine, like for the hardcore gamers. I mean, they had some of the Utagi and Jade Empires, all types of crazy things exclusive wise you got on the Xbox, the OG Xbox. You know what I mean? And what made that, believe it or not, what made the PlayStation 2 so great back then, it was a cheap DVD player, which sold a lot for them at the time. And all the multi-plats that you have today were exclusive. A lot of people don't know this, but they were exclusives back then. You know what I mean? They were exclusive. They did come to the Xbox. They came like a year later. You know what I mean? So that's what Sony had great third-party relations. You know what I mean? That's why I say when Microsoft really in the 7th generation, they really hit the door running and really kicked down a lot of doors and made their way. Like the 360 was huge. You know what I mean? Especially in the States. So I don't understand how you go from that to where you are now. And look, you got new hardware, all right? God, last time Microsoft, and I don't give a fuck about sales, but the last time they won an MPD was in like I believe it was like September or something of 2016.
Yeah, crazy,
like,
crazy.
And they always been counter react, like, you know what I mean? When Sony came out and dropped the price of the Slim for Black Friday, they did it that Monday, right?
Yeah.
Microsoft and dropped their price for that Thursday. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? like they just don't want to win. Like, I don't understand it, man. You know what I mean? That's what won Sony that goddamn, what you call it? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. This is straight facts. Phil did an interview with Giant Bomb, I believe it was. And you talk, now I just said he ain't had grit. The only time Phil showed some grit was he did that Giant Bomb interview, and they was like, yeah, they're talking about you don't want to compete, Phil. How do you feel about that? This mug got mad. He hopped up in and said, yeah, I don't get it. I ain't got to drive Sony to the ground. We can coexist. But meanwhile, the mugs would love to put him, Aaron Greensberg, and Mike Yabar. Maybe they'll keep Shannon. Put them motherfuckers in a capsule and send them to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. There's got to be some type of professional competitiveness in your psyche, and it's not there. Not at all.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the comment section. My man LeBron Lamont put, hey, next gen, what if Sony has a better E3 this year?
Did you pass out next gen, right?
Hey, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Whether Sony can come out that motherfucking show, like what's my man's name? Uncle Seuss, Dr. Seuss, Green Eggs and Ham. They're gonna say Sony won regardless, or if not, they're gonna say Nintendo won. But if Microsoft believe that they don't come out there and show us something, give us something, like, I don't know, like, I really don't know. And I know everyone's gonna say, hey, wait the Gamescom. Like, you motherfuckers at the know of their death told me to wait the goddamn to the Tokyo Game Show. Like, this is when I start eating pages of the Bible. When K Mega told me to wait to the Tokyo Game Show, I lost my faith in Jesus, man. You know what I mean? I couldn't, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think about E3? Like, what do you think they're going to do at E3?
What do you think, Lethals?
I think they're going to have to show the playbook, because if they don't show it, if they hold everything close to their chest like they have been doing the last few E3s, people are just going to have it. Like, I mean, how much are you getting damage control? Like, I know K Mega will keep saying wait until E3, but like, who else are you going to have saying that? At one point, people are just going to get tired of your bullshit.
It'll be evident. Now, I hope in King's Blood in the chat cutting up, talking about, go ahead, girl, talking shit. Yo, but on the real floor, I hope this is hyperbole coming from your boy. But if they don't show it at E3, then, you know what I'm saying, it's a wrap. Like I said, the purge has happened. Like how they say in the movie, the purge is about to commence. I'm telling you, they're trying to purge the grit, man. What brought us to the system is not what Phil's about. It's not what Sachi is about. It's that Silicon Valley mentality where we don't compete out front, but we just compete for patents behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? Google makes money off of Twitter. Twitter makes money off of Google. They both make money off of Facebook. You know what I'm saying? That's why these mugs that's why he's sitting there highlighting Uncharted like that. He trying to sit in the coffee room with them, man. That's what's going on. And if we don't see nothing with grit at E3, I'm going to say it again. Let the purge commence.
Yeah. My man, Daniel J. Shout out to you, man. He always in here rocking out, supporting. So if Phil wanted, all right, if Phil wanted to do, you see him making games for PlayStation in the future since they want to. Well, you look at games like, what do you call it? Minecraft. I don't think you'll ever, unless they get out of the hardware bit, I don't think you ever see a Halo or a Gears, on a PlayStation. I don't think that, you know what I mean?
Absolutely not. No.
But games probably, maybe Minecraft 2 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I don't think you'll see a Gears on here. I don't think they do that. I mean, unless they get out of the hardware business. You know what I mean? Which is very, I mean, they are. I want to say this, everyone is making money. Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, they're doing fine financially, and I can care less about their money. Honestly, that doesn't, you know what I mean, bother me. It's just like, you know what I mean, my mission was like, they just don't want to win. You know what I mean? Like, I miss, like, you know what I mean? Like, God damn, you know, exactly. I miss, you know, the peacock and the showing off. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
They just don't want to win. They ain't got it in them, shit. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. They just giving us games like, come on, like, who the fuck, like, Lucky tells you, come on, what we doing, man?
Let me go to the chat real quick. and then Neethles can hop in. So same old prima donna says, what drew you to the Xbox may not be what has drawn the majority of the new owners to the Xbox. Let me explain something to you.
That's fair.
The majority of the new owners hopped on the 360 days. The motherfuckers is gone. They on the PlayStation 4 now. Okay. So what made the Xbox, what gave them an identity, was the sci-fi action shooters or whatever. The games were great. You know what I'm saying? Like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Z, you would know better than I. Someone said in the chat that Donnie D gave us Mass Effect and BioShock. And that came in while he was there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Donnie look, that's what piled it on for the 360. Look at the numbers, man. Look at the trajectory when the 360 was released and when people started really hopping on, when they started seeing them nuanced, Western developed experiences. That's what was, and that was being cemented. That's when people start flocking to the Xbox even more. So that's what drew people, and that's what made people go away when they start seeing that shit.
Yeah, and also too, like, listen, you know, Microsoft. I'm gonna say this again. Hold Blue, want to hop in for a second. I gotta be honest. Microsoft messaging has been all over the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. Been up and down. You know what I mean? 1 minute it's all about us, then it's about Play Anywhere, and again, the thing, like I said, what they really hedged their bets on. You know what I mean? Went away from your core. Like, I mean, this one thing you don't do. You know what I mean? I give you an example, right? Maybe some of you guys. Not that I have a thing against PC. You know what I mean? It's not even about that. You know what I mean? But the things that you quote unquote, like, you hedge your bets on, that was going to be huge for them Play Anywhere. We can all agree now that it has not been a success. You know what I mean? Just being honest. You know what I mean? They said men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? It was a reason for sure why they're not talking about numbers anymore. You know what I mean? It's not that they just got too much money. No, it's not. That's not the case, because what year did Tomb Raider come out? Was that 2015, 2016?
2013.
No,
you talking about the reboot?
No, too much. Yeah, the last Tomb Raider. What year was that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the last one. The second.
I think 15. You're right.
All right. So anyway, Aaron was quick to point out that all of their holiday exclusives did over 1 million, right? So it's not that they don't want to talk about numbers anymore. You know what I mean? But what they hedged their bets on, it's not what should. I said this back then. It did more harm. Your core, you know what I mean? Don't give a fuck about. I'll give you an example. When Sony and Nintendo guys watch their E3, their Gamescom, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. They're not, you know, they don't have to work. Was that Windows 10 or was that running on GTX?
Yeah, exactly.
We like, you know what I mean? Like, really, like, I'm just being real. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, even the things that we thought was ours, not even ours anymore, man. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is wild. You know what I mean? Like, it's some bullshit. And again, and what maybe people said I was bugging, but even the fact that, and I don't give a fuck about no Age of Empire. The fact that they still have Age, and it's not on the Xbox, right? So we get to share their games with them, but it's not vice versa. And trust me, I would never play. I'm not into RTSs. You know what I mean? You know, it's like, it's crazy. What's going on, Blo? I haven't spoken to you. What's going on? How you been?
Hi.
Oh, here she goes.
That was you.
Here she goes.
That was you up there threatening to break my jar.
What's up, Blue?
So what the hell are you complaining about now?
All
right, because all I see in your recent live streams are, oh my god, people are threatening me. Oh my god, people are saying I should be communicating with the community. That's what you sound like, bro.
They coming after the Godfather. I gotta send him some mace through FedEx.
Oh no, I'm saying, you know, they threatened to render me unconscious because I did a video critical of Microsoft.
First of all, First of all, who's gonna do anything to you? All these internet people, right?
Hey, Blue.
That complain
don't know that, man.
And that say some bullshit. They ain't doing nothing. They're gonna be with their little, you know, what are you, keyboards, and just be like, yo, Zaire, I'm gonna kill you. Zaire, you're the worst. Zaire, why? Zaire, you're the.
Oh, it's not that I'm afraid, but I'm just bugging it with why. Though I didn't say anything.
Bro, I've been seeing some stuff on Twitter about people complaining, talking about, I thought you were for the community. I thought you were with Xbox. How are you gonna do this like this? I'm like,
oh, it's crazy.
What?
But listen, maybe you may feel different, but I am from the mindset, if you want things to change or for things to get better, you have to be honest. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
That's what I was saying before. I was on a show and I said that in order for you to love something and for it to get better, then it needs to be critiqued, right? Because constructive criticism makes things better, including yourself, people. Like, why is that so wrong? Like, just because you're, saying the truth, right? The truth doesn't mean that you are shitting on Xbox now. I'm just saying.
No, I didn't. They just went by. Not that I give a shit because I don't. But the title of the video about Horizon Zero Dawn. What I was just saying, basically, the synopsis of the video was that game, whether it's and I didn't care for it either. But what I won't deny is that it was huge for their fan base. It was good for them and their morale. It was something brand new. And we have yet, and this generation started in 2013. We have yet to get that for us. You know what I mean? And the games that they're giving us, that's not the answer, Sway. Lucky Tales, and you know what I mean? Even the art style. You know what I mean?
Because of the DLC that came out.
Well, that was the answer to, which is crazy as hell. But you know what I mean? To whether you're gonna like Detroit to Human or not, whether you say the developers is racist, they ain't got shit to do with it, regardless. You know what I mean? That's their answer in some controllers. Like, you know what I mean? 2017, you know what I mean? Honestly, since I've been gaming on the Xbox, the OG Xbox, since 2001. Been online. Well, X Beta started in 2001 too, but been online since 2001, 2002. As far as game wise, it's been the worst ever. If we didn't get the X last year, like my God, like it was just that bad. And trust me, I think the X is the best console I ever owned in my life. I love it to death. You know what I mean? Love it more than cook food, right? But with the games though, like I said, they're giving us exclusive wise dog shit.
Hey, we got Chad Main 23. Sony always taking advantage when Microsoft messed up. Thank you for the $2.
Yep.
Okay. My man, also my man Von Lamont said if Spider-Man gets a release date before Crackdown, that's a big problem. Don't forget Crackdown was announced in 2017.
Ooh, 2014.
Yeah, 2014. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Like I said, we've seen more from The Last of Us 2 than we did from State of Decay 2, and that's supposed to come out in a couple months. You know what I mean? That's I mean, I don't know what I don't know. Like I don't look. Almost going to record. I said maybe Microsoft don't have the talent, right? Fuck it. Maybe they don't have. Maybe the developers aren't as talented as. And I'm sorry, anybody I made offend over there. I got a few friends over there. Fine, if you want to go with that, fine, right? But you got the goddamn money to go out there and buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what they did. That was their claim to fame. You know what I'm saying? Like, why we got? I know. I know. I'm gonna say this to the day that I die. We got BioShock because Microsoft realized that that's where the development talent was. They plugged money into it. Now BioShock is here. We got Mass Effect because Microsoft knew where the talent was at. They plugged money into it. Mass Effect is here. We don't see them making them same type of investments for the gritty games that we like. All we see them doing is trying to purge what got them where they're at and trying to throw this new connectivity, games as a service, going to the water, Sea of Thieves type thing on us where everybody's connected because that's what emotionally ties to Phil. I get that, but what Phil got to understand is that the majority of Xbox gamers are not like him. You know what I'm saying? They're like Z.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. But they maybe lost their identity and forgotten what their core wants. You know what I mean? I just hope. I mean, we're gonna say, like I said, the E3. I don't know. I just want to, you know what I mean, that. I just don't the fucking art direction. Like I don't know what this. That's not. Come on, man. Like I don't know. What the fuck's going on, man.
I wouldn't go as far to say that the art is the problem. I think that people see these games and they think that they're casual because of the art style, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they are. I personally played only like 5 minutes of Lucky Tales, and it's not my kind of game. I'm not into platformers, but platformers can be challenging. I mean, right? Because Cuphead. Did any of you finish Cuphead?
No. I mean, Cuphead is. I mean, don't get me wrong. What made
that game unique?
What made it unique was the whole 1950, art style. You know what I mean? But goddamn, if you let's look at all the exclusives they've released since 2013, and I want you can chime in this on Lethals since 2013. Besides Quantum Break and maybe even Rise, like mature, everything else has been cartoonish as far as exclusive wise. You know what I mean? Everything else has been, cartoonish. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know what is their thing with this going in that direction. But I like even. I mean, and Crackdown may be huge, but I just like more mature looking. You know, shoot your head off. That's just me. You know what I mean? That's what got me into the Xbox. You know what I mean? I don't know where they're going with this here. You know what I mean? I don't understand it, man. You know,
Bro, someone made an account and called it Blue's Chin. Motherfucker, learn how to spell blue. That's number one. There is an E in blue.
In here
Okay.
tripping, man.
And number two,
man.
you're some kind of weirdo taking screenshots. Like,
King
you
is
must be
tripping, man.
that bored.
Yo.
That's cute, though. That's cute. I mean, you know.
yeah, I'm just saying, man.
Hey, dude.
Calm down, big fella.
You got to chill with that. That's a little weird. Okay, bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, it needs to. You only thing before we can go to hell, we're not gonna be here too long. But I just let you know, guys, if something happens to me, just know that my life is threatened. You know what I mean? And I'm scared for my life. You know what I mean?
I just want to know who gets the headphones, man.
Yeah, right. And will all my stuff. You guys said that motherfucker threatened to render me unconscious if I come to E3. He's gonna knock me smooth out my loafers.
Yo, King's Blood, get slapped.
You know what I mean? I'll smooth out my loafers. Probably Garrett that's trolling me, threatening to break my jaw. My man Carson 13 says Phil Spencer even worse than Bernie Stoller. God damn.
Oh man,
Damn. Jesus. I mean, I don't know, man. Look, and not to say that E3, like I said, I also said this too. And they argued me down with this, right? We got to be honest, right? When I said that Microsoft need to come out, it's not a problem about showing you games that are coming out 2 to 3 years from now. That's not the issue. The issue is the cancellation and not having anything to replace those games. I mean, that we have to see something to look forward into. Look, example, even though Sony's showing games that may come out 5 years from now, it gets the fans talking about it, excited what's to come. So you know what? I don't mind investing into that ecosystem. You know what? I know that God of War or whatever the hell, Spider-Man or not Spider-Man, what's that? The Last of Us 2 is coming. You're sure it may be 2 years away from now, or whatever the case may be. But guess what? I know they're working on it and it's on its way. Shit, even today, yesterday, an article came out that Sony just said that they were going to double down on first-party exclusives. You know what I mean? For the future to come. Like, God damn.
Yeah, exactly. They just piling it on, man. And like I said yesterday on Twitter, it's like, there was all this news for Xbox, you know what I'm saying? And then instead of pouring it on with gaming news, this mug try to run for the ambassador of the Botswanian delegation, you know what I'm saying, up on the DICE stage. It got ridiculous. And now PlayStation is killing it in the news. You know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, we got controllers.
We got controllers.
We got controllers.
Extra grip.
Hey, we do got the new Elite coming out. Like, god damn.
Hey, we got controllers on controllers.
I like my gadgets though, but god damn, man.
Yeah, we can see with your freaking collection of boxes in the back and freaking headsets. Dude, you got a problem, I think.
I know.
I think we need rehab for you and okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but weren't you just complaining about games that look like that though?
It's throwback, man. Like, come on,
yeah, that's an icon right there.
Throwback, man. This is a classic. You're talking about, man. Watch your mouth.
We're gonna do this for hours, bro.
That's a classic, man.
Yeah, but before we get out of here, I just wanted to say this about people, throwing next gen out like garbage. Look, guys, as next gen just said, Phil and team have been in here leading for roughly 4 years now. So I don't get why we have to always say, let's wait until E3, let's wait until Gamescom, let's wait until Tokyo Game Show, or whatever the fuck you say. Because at the end of the day, why do we have to give them a 5th, 6th, and 7th shot instead of being able to critique them on their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th shot? Like, why can we not critique them? Absolutely. Why do we have to be mindless fanboys about this? I mean, let's be real. In 2017, we had an okay E3. To me, it wasn't spectacular, but that's in my opinion. Then they had the worst Gamescom imaginable, being an extended version of This Week on Xbox. That's what it felt like. They didn't do shit at Tokyo Game Show. I don't know where the fuck those rumors came from. And then they went to Comic-Con and showed the worst presentation of Crackdown I've ever seen and delayed the game for it. I don't get why we can't critique.
And you know what's crazy, right? Well, that's when you got to at least be honest, right? That's when I had one of my meltdowns, right? I said that the graphics looked like dog shit. Why they didn't show Crackdown running on the X, right? And when they said, "Oh, that's how Crackdown has always looked," and then 2 weeks later, then Microsoft, what's that girl, Shannon Lobby said they was holding it back for the visual fidelity, the graphics. And I mean, they wanted to play. Come on, like you have to be fucking honest, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand. That was the worst showing goddamn ever. You're right. Like that was dog shit.
And that game is being made by second party devs. I remember I was on here like a week or 2 ago. And a certain individual was damage controlling us not buying Deep Silver, saying those IP were useless, that it wasn't worth it. Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it? Do you see that crackdown?
Yeah, that was dog shit. That was bad.
We got some money,
Pay
money,
the
money.
bills.
My man Terry Beach, she said, "Hey Z, this is Harassed 7, right? I totally support you for being passionate to what you love. It's important. I'm not a big Xbox fan anymore, but I respect your opinions because at the end of the day, we are all gamers. Keep on."
Thank
So,
you.
appreciate
Thank you. That's
I don't want him threatening to break my jaw. It's told me to follow my mom on plays coon. You have to mind your plays coon. God damn.
And look, if I could add about Horizon Zero Dawn, because you know what I'm saying, you know me, you know your boy. I done did multiple videos. I think the thing is toilet chunks. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter. The Sony people wanted the toilet chunk and they got it. And now it's sold 7.6 million.
Oh my god!
And now it's safe to say that it's out of the red, it's in the black. But if you look at the development cycle that game went through, how they upgraded their engine, all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like Sony, even though I may not like their output, I'm not their consumer. I'm not their demographic base. They put effort into finding out what their demographic base is, and they work on it, and they work on it, and they work on it. You know what I'm saying? And all we're asking for is that Microsoft do the same thing. They be on the other side of the tracks doing the same exact goddamn thing. I don't care what you want to do in Egypt by the Nile River. I don't care. Goddamn studio start cranking out some discs. That's all we asking. That's it.
Look, Moss, Microsoft's idea of commitment is we're going to cancel your remake of a game and give you the original game in its shitty assets. And yes, I'm talking about Phantom Dust.
Or
that's
Fable. We're going to cancel Fable Legends and give you Fable cards.
Yes.
Oh man, listen, man. Well, listen. I guess not to be Debbie Downer. We are rumored to get another Fable. I hope it's true. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if Microsoft can ever go back to being what they were because you got different people that are running this ship now. You know what I mean? But I will say this, right? The X is dope. I love it. But what I say? What next? When you ever go? Like I said, I enjoy all my friends over the Xbox. Right? I enjoy playing there. Sony I have just for the exclusives. But I'm not gonna lie though, you know what I mean? Some of, like I said, the decisions that they have made, you know what I mean, and if this is the direction that they're going in, like far as the Nickelodeon, you know what I mean, Team Nick at Night type shit, I might have to sign that contract and go pony, man.
Oh damn! He said it.
No, I couldn't do that. I'd have to throw up in my mouth first. I'm sorry, Sony people. I can't.
Y'all heard it.
I might have to sign that. Listen, the E3, they come out there and give me motherfucking Super Lucky Tales 2, Bench 2, and some shit like that. I might go pony. I'm gonna get a PlayStation Tech right here. Cross my chest.
Wait, you gotta shave your chest first.
Nah, fuck. Hair is gonna be the pony father. Pony's got hair. The pony father. Right here.
All right.
You know what I mean? But listen, man, thank you all. Listen, my man Corey Beach, thank you for the kind words. I made you an admin.
Hey, you got another two
on the channel. But like I said, man, please guys, don't I love my life. Oh, wait, we got another one. My man, my mind game, Z grown man. You say, wait, what's that? Gross and what?
Z grown man, grown games.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. You know what I mean?
Amazed gamer. Thank you for the $2.
I'm with you. I don't really care for. That's why I'm not really a big fan on Nintendo. I don't really care for the platformers. I have a saying that I've grown up with Nintendo, but Nintendo hasn't grown up with me. And it wouldn't be fair to me to make fun of Nintendo and their games, and we get the same shit over here. Let's be clear. What saves us, honestly, is we get all the multiplats. Other than that, you know what I mean? We get a much better online.
Yeah.
I don't see the difference between the games that we're putting out and no, you know, the Microsoft releasing them with Nintendo, but Nintendo's probably a little better.
Bro, I saw someone trying to complain about the fact that because like yesterday, Xbox Live was down for a little bit, and I saw someone arguing, oh, but Xbox Live is down. Oh, but like you guys always talk about how great your service is, and someone smacked them down and was like, but Xbox Live was never hacked. Boom. I was like, oh, I'm staying out of this one.
Oh, damn. King's blood. Oh, this mug is crazy.
Man.
I don't even know.
$1.99. It couldn't even give you that penny.
Hey, yo, he said, Kid Master drinks barefooted wine with men. Saying it ain't so. What would Kid Master been at? He been MIA, man. He didn't bang no more, man. He ran his ass about it.
Kid Masters earlier said that Xbox's only exclusive is Hope.
Oh, man.
Cutting up in there, man. Don't do us like that, man. But like I said, man, actually, need to Ripper Clash, shout out for the $1, man.
Big up.
Put the links to your channels. You guys subscribe to everybody here. Here, Blue put the link to your Twitch.
Remember, guys, that we do have a Discord, so come
Discord.
through.
Discord been jumping.
Come through. We have alerts that let you know when we go live.
Let me see. We could actually put the link. The Discord. What the hell is the Discord link?
Got it. I already put it in.
Okay.
Keep up.
Can I say this? I know I've been babbling all, but look, here's the thing. My man Neefles put out a video.
Yes,
today
sir.
That not only is one of his dopest videos, but one of the dopest videos I've seen of all 2018. Please watch that video. We out here putting some work in for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And Neefles should have some subscribers coming out the wazoo, man. Y'all need to get up on that. Check out that video. It's dope. The way he break it down, man. Yo.
Somebody back there told us who that blew the top of Poppy store?
Hey, that's not yo. So because I'm Latina, you think I'm the one that has the Latino person background? Look, I'm just gonna sit here and be like, nah, I'm shaking my head at you.
Hey, Neefles, put the link to your video. You put it up there. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, that was a dope video. That was an ill video, a dope video, man. For my boy Neefles, man. And check out my man Mighty Mo. You might the link to your channel. And hold up, my man Brasdell Dickens. Shout out to you for the donation, man. I seen it on the PayPal. I didn't, but shout out to you for $5. I appreciate it, my man. Brasdell Dick, I appreciate it. But yeah, man. But thank you, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, for rocking out with us, man. And me and my man Sonic about to get the hell up out of here. Ain't that right, Sonic? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you sleep with that, don't you?
Stop hating, Blue. Stop hating. Don't be jealous.
Cute. I mean, you know.
Don't be jealous.
I mean, you lonely.